Alison, first of all, congratulations on your appointment as Head of North America for Tourism Ireland. Tell us a little bit about your hopes and aspirations in your new role.
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Eamon. I think my hopes and ambitions for this role is to build on the success that we've achieved to date. We have a new strategy for growth in the United States, and that's really going to drive our activities going forward. We have very experienced teams, both here in New York and Toronto, who work very closely with our market trade and our industry partners in Ireland, and we're looking forward to having Billy Condon, who's currently our manager in Southern Europe, join that team here in New York.
And of course he knows this market well.
And he does, so I think we're coming from a position of strength. A couple of things specifically that we'll be looking to roll out in the second half of this year is to looking at addressing the issue of seasonality. Very important because we've had such an increase in direct access, so we will be upweighting our autumn campaigns. We'll also be looking to roll out a new campaign to target a younger traveller, and both of those were issues and that were identified as offering potential in the US review, make Ireland jump out.
Terrific. And before I come to our main topic that I want to talk to you about today, tell us a little bit about this year. If I pick up right on what I'm hearing since I arrived in this great city, you're off to a pretty good start.
We're off to a very good start, as you know. I mean, Q1 we've seen a 17% increase in visitors from North America. So that's looking very good, and all of the feedback from industry sectors, the airlines, the tour operators is also pointing and trending to a very good year overall. I think the important thing to point out is it does look as though we're gaining market share. If we look at the US outbound market to Europe right now, the Q1 figures from the Department of Commerce are showing a 3% decline. So we're off to a good start, but I think it's important not to be complacent. We have to keep our head down, stay focused, and hopefully we will deliver.
And of course, market share is the ultimate measure of success, really, and that's terrific news. So it's impressive, and let's hope that keeps going. So, but let's talk about Canada for a little while. A significant market, relatively small, but 120,000 visitors annually is strong business enough. Has never been really that well served from an air access point of view, certainly at least not year round, but that's about to change.
It is. I mean, air access, as you know, having non-stop direct access is critical for growth. We currently have Air Canada offering a seasonal service and Air Transat offering seasonal services to Dublin and Shannon. The recent announcement by Air Canada of its plans to extend its seasonal service, which will be operated by their leisure airline Rouge in 2014 through the winter, is very welcome news indeed. It will certainly boost our numbers. So from May the 1st next year, 2014, there will be a year-round service from Toronto to Dublin, which is fantastic news. And we continue, of course, to work on building that access, because if we're going to sort of deliver growth, it's going to be critical. The new service that's been announced by Air Canada will give us 22,000 extra seats in the winter, and we continue to case make also to get a restoration of the Belfast service from Toronto, because that was always a very successful route as well.
Indeed, and if rumours are to be believed, we may not have seen the last of the additional capacity coming out of Canada, but let's let that one develop in its own time, I guess. And we all know that the Canadian market is really different from the US and expects to be dealt with differently. Tell us a little bit about them, the Canadian visitor, their demographics, likes, dislikes, length of travel, accommodation used, and their general expectation of a vacation destination like Ireland.
I mean, the motivations are very similar to Americans. I mean, we're looking at Canadians who are interested in history, heritage and culture, but they do have a higher propensity to be independent travellers. They are 80% of them travel during the May to September period, and so it's very peaked, but that is really a factor of the seasonal access that we've seen. They spend a lot of money, they stay a long time, more than 9 to 10 days on average, and they're looking for unique and authentic experiences, but they certainly need to be addressed differently from the point of view.
They need to be recognised as Canadians.
As you tour around the island of Ireland, I mean, you'll see many of them with that very proud maple leaf on their knapsacks and suitcases. So a very good market, high spend, long stay, and great regional tours.
Terrific. And Toronto, with it, has a population of about 5 million, and the province of Ontario, obviously that would appear to offer the largest potential for Canadian visitors. But what about other provinces in Canada like British Columbia, Quebec, Alberta, and the Maritimes, which have connections to Ireland, of course?
You're absolutely right. Ontario represents about 40% of our business, but our marketing programs, which focus on a high level of trade activation, publicity and digital consumer marketing, also target British Columbia and Alberta, and the two western provinces combined represent about 30% of our business. Quebec is also an important market for us, represents about 12% of our business, and obviously we do have the service from operated by Air Transat from Montreal to Dublin on a weekly basis. So again, our emphasis is primarily on Ontario and the two western provinces, and within Ontario, the Ottawa Valley, obviously the Greater Toronto area, and the southwestern Ontario. So those are the three areas. Links in the Maritimes, very strong, but not a lot of business coming from Atlantic Canada.
Okay. Well, listen, Alison, thanks. That's terrific. We're delighted to everybody in Ireland, saying to me at least, anyway, they're delighted to see you taking over in North America. You have tough shoes to fill following Joe Byrne, but you're off to a great start, and we wish you very well, and thanks for all you've done for us so far.
Thank you very much, and I look forward to working with everybody. Thank you.